Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Red Reboot of Darkness was released November 11th, 2023, and introduces Darkness fusion monsters, corrupted versions of existing fusion monsters made using Darkness monsters. Celeb Rose Gossip Witch and Celeb Rose Gossip Magician can be made using Darkness Paparazzi. Demolition Meltdown Dragon Darkness Blastomat can be made using Darkness Phantomite. To round out my boss monsters, I'll also get Infernal Kappa River Sprinter, Glacius, the Snowmeister of Sacred Splendor, and Galflare the Sky Savior Shine. Alex will gain access to the face card of the set, Red Reboot Enhanced Boost Dragon, made using Darkness Drake. Darkness Galactica Oblivion can be made using Darkness Dwarf. Alex will also gain the new fish support, including Surging Wave Swordsman Onimaru Kunituna, Pitch Dark Surging Wave Swordsman Onimaru Kunituna, and Dark Hydro Cannon Neutron Bluefin. He will also get the new Red Eyes / Meteor Dragon support, including Meteor Black Mars Dragon, Meteor Swarm Dragon, and Meteor Black Drake. Alex will also gain new Wind Psychic support, Inflect Clive, the Dynamouth Deadly Dirge, and Bandiva the Ballistic Battle Ballad. Finally, Alex will receive Darkness Transamu Krasis, and Dead End the Mad Fiend of Despair. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Celeb Rose, or Light Spellcaster. So Light Spellcaster did get some new boss monsters, and they're kind of the Darkness versions of our fusion monsters. So this is the first one, Celeb Rose Gossip Magician, made using Celeb Rose Magician and Darkness Paparazzi. This card gains attack equal to the number of equipped spells in your graveyard times 400. So 1, it gets to 3000 attack, 2, 3400, and 3, 3800. So not bad. And if you have a face-up spell card on the field, this card cannot be destroyed with battle. Obviously, the face-up spell card in question is always going to be our Death Wand, which will also give it protection from card effect destruction, which means it will effectively be unable to be destroyed by card effects, means it will have to be bounced or spun using something like a Riser. So if we actually do manage to get our Death Wand onto our Gossip Magician, it will gain 1000 attack, thus putting it to 36, which means its new attack value will become 36, 4000, or 4400, depending on how many more of our wands we have in the graveyard. So it's okay. It doesn't have piercing, it doesn't have multi-attack, it doesn't do anything other than kind of be like a mini towers, but it's decent, right? A unoutable-ish monster that has over 4000 attack can be pretty okay. And our other new boss monster is Celeb Rose Gossip Witch. So made using Celeb Rose Witch and Darkness Paparazzi. Destroy 1 spell trap card on your opponent's field, then if you have a face-up spell card on your field, you can draw a card. So again, it's okay, we can pop back row, and if we have our face-up spell card, thus making this 3400 attack, we can draw a card as well, and that's not bad. I do think these are a little bit lackluster compared to our previous boss monsters, but they're okay. But looking at our other new cards that we do have Darkness Paparazzi itself. So this is our Darkness monster that uses to corrupt our boss monsters. So if we have 10 or more cards on our deck, and we have a face-up level 5 or higher spellcaster type monster on our field, so we have to have one of our fusions, or we have to have Witch or Magician, we can shuffle 3 spellcaster type monsters with the same attribute from your graveyard into the deck. Now in this deck that's always going to be light, because Darkness Paparazzi is the only non-light, and we cannot have 3 of it in the graveyard because one of them has to be on the field to resolve the effect. Draw cards equal to the number of face-up level 7 or higher monsters on your opponent's field. So sometimes this will draw you 1 card, sometimes it'll draw you 2. Very, very rarely this will draw you 3 cards. But drawing 1 or 2 cards is pretty good, and shuffling cards back into the deck can be useful in some situations. Obviously, this deck usually wants to keep a lot of cards in the graveyard because we kind of toolbox the grave and we can use things like our Dark Revelation, but there is going to be times where we do want to throw cards back into our deck. The other brand new support card we got is Celeb Rose Wiz. Now this card is fantastic. During the turn you normal summon this card, reveal 1 light attribute spellcast type monster or 1 equipped spell card in your hand to your opponent. Send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then you can add 1 Celeb Rose Magician, Celeb Rose Witch, or Fusion from among the cards sent to the graveyard by this effect to your hand. So it has to be one of those cards that was milled from this effect. So sometimes it's going to whiff, and that's going to suck, but more often than not, this should hit because you have 9 targets effectively in the deck. You're going through 4 cards. That's going to hit some other time. So being able to plus is really, really good, and it gets you all the cards you're looking for, and this deck really wants to be milling because, again, we toolbox the heck out of our graveyard. So for our legend monster, we've decided to go with Mystical Elf. This is a light spellcaster, and we can use it to get back to our hand with Legend Magician to either be used as discard fodder or tribute fodder to get out any of our boss monsters. We can also use it with our Legend Strike to just kind of pop cards, because we've seen just how strong Legend Strike is. This card is basically completely bonkers. We've only gone with the 2 Dark Liberations here just because we want to keep a lot of our cards in the graveyard, so shuffling them all back doesn't necessarily benefit us, and we do have the 3rd in the side deck, and we have gone with the Magic Cylinder after about 2 months of not playing it, because we think it's about time we brought this card back just to try and catch Alex off guard, and we already have 2 Mirror Force anyway. The side deck is basically just some fringe cases. If Alex decides to bring some big unoutable boss monsters like Maximums, we can bring in our Hollowed Light Sorcerer, because it's very, very good at doing that. Destroy Dragon Sorcerers. If Alex's deck is really, really vulnerable to Dark Revelation, we can bring these in and start kind of turboing that out. And we just have some more consistency cards and some legend cards that we can swap in and out. So this is the deck. We're feeling pretty good about this. This has typically been very reliable for us. It's been a very, very powerful deck. So let's see if we can ride it to victory. Let's fire an in and see what Alex has got for us. Well, last week we had quite the interesting matchup. We had the Warrior, kind of the Gakuto style deck, against the Insects, which you did manage to take thanks to your... God, I can't remember what the card's called. The one that steals my guys.
Delphinium?
Yeah. What was it? Papillon?
Papillon.
One of them. One of the insects. Little girl insect that steals my men.
Steals your insects.
Well, you know, you make them insects. You infest
them. They weren't
me.
warriors anymore.
Yeah, which on paper, I think that matchup probably was favored towards me, because I don't think you had a ton of ways to deal with the fusion monsters. But you did manage. Yeah, a lot of your cards have like level 8 and lower, level 5 to 8, and it's like it gets a bit awkward for you, I feel. But you did manage to take that, which was really, really cool, because it's really nice to see Insects doing well. And actually, looking through our history, Insects has been one of your top performing decks. You have won 4 out of 5 weeks you've brought Insects. So, you know, just like maybe it's my kryptonite, maybe, you know, you're just an Insect player at heart, or maybe Insect is maybe a little bit stronger than people give it credit for, eh? You never know. As for this week, we have a new set. We have the Red Reboot of Darkness, which is a bit more traditional, and by that what I mean is I got 6 new boss monsters and you got 12, and so we're back to normal. Yep. Which is a little bit scary for me, because that means you have a lot of new strategies you can bring. I think the scariest for me is probably the fish, because the fish seem very, very good. And fun fact as well, whilst looking through the set for this video, I saw that all of the fish cards are like common. They're all low rarity cards, even their boss monsters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really, really strange how they're just like such a low rarity archetype.
Might see them get a lot more tournament play then.
But the
physical.
So the other thing is, you do have a ton of new dragon cards, and we do know that you are the dragon guy. Now, I think there's an argument to be made. There are 2 different dragon decks available here, right? There's the Red Eye stuff, and there's the Red Reboot stuff. But knowing you, I think you're going to try and smash them together. And so that's what I'm predicting you're on today. I think you're going to be on Red Reboot Enhanced Dragon, Red Eyes, Dragon Mash. And that's what you're going to bring. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Do you have any prediction of what you think I'm going to be on?
No.
Okay. I mean, I have a lot less options, so it should be a lot easier for you to work out what I'm on. But let's just jump on in then and just see what we're both on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Ooh, set, and we will reveal. We're on fish.
Okay. That's a little.
Help myself.
You're always the dragon guy, right? So whenever there's dragons now, I'm like, yeah, he's on dragons. Okay, this hand is a little bit yikes, so we're going to see if we can't try and fix it. So we're going to summon out Celeb Rose Wiz, one of our new cards for our light spellcasters. As during the turn we normal summon this card, I can reveal a light attribute spellcast hit monster or an equipped spell from my hand to my opponent. Then I can send the top 4 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Then I can add Celeb Rose Magician, Celeb Rose Witch, or Fusion from among the cards sent. So we'll activate the effect. I will reveal Celeb Rose Magician. Then we'll mill 4. And then I can add a card back to my hand. So we will be adding the Fusion card back to hand. Okay, so we do have a play. It's not a great play, but we will go for it. So we'll activate our Legend Strike. And we will bring back our Mighty Sorcerer. Then we'll Tribute, summon out the monster you already know I have. And we will bestow upon it the Charis Magic Scepter Death Wand. So now, this is where things get a little bit tricky, because I can't destroy you with my card effect, and I kind of have to crash to just move your guy. But then, on the flip side, you can just fuse from the graveyard, so... is we will activate Celeb Rose Magician. We'll send this to attempt to pop your guy, and then give myself an attack boost. And then we'll see if we can't just clear.
Oh, you still get the boost. Oh, I don't want to lose my guy.
So what you're telling me is you opened Surging Reinforcement Onimura and Mirror Force. So I was screwed no matter what I did.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Just don't get lucky, Alex.
Like, yep.
Okay.
Okay, well...
Oh, we are on Cyber Shot.
Yeah, I thought I'd give him a go.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay, right? Like, they're not bad cards. I just think there's not enough room that you can fit a guy that doesn't do anything in the deck. Alright, well, I am almost dead. On the plus side, I can't get Magic Cylindered.
True.
We will normal summon out the Braid Blade Reader. So I can send a light attribute spellcaster monster or a spell card from my hand to the graveyard, send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. If a light attribute spellcaster monster is among the cards sent, I can add an equipped spell from my graveyard to my hand. So we'll activate the effect. We'll send, and then we can grab back a Charis Wand. See, this is the issue, is I don't have anything, so let's just get this over with.
Ooh.
I don't have any. I drew all 3 of my Celeb Rose Magicians, and I don't have any normal summons. So hopefully I don't brick in game 2.
Yeah.
Alright, we will go first. Okay, this looks like a hand of cards we can actually do stuff with. So we'll activate Legend Magician. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll send one of these to grave. We will summon out Legend Magician. Activate the effect. 1, 2, 3. We'll send another monster to grave. I guess we will just set and then pass.
Okay. Oh, it's set. What do we do? Oh, we can't use either of these effects. Just womp, womp, womp.
Okay, so this guy's glued to your opening hand is what we're learning here. Okay. We'll start with Legend Magician effect. Yeah, I guess we'll send Legend Magician. So we will summon out our Braid Blade Reader. We'll activate the effect. We will send Death Wand to grave. Then we can add an equipped spell back to hand. We still do not have any play. So we will end our turn.
Alright, well, I've got Legend Magician of my own. Blue Fin. Oh. I drew a cannon. Don't have the fusion, unfortunately.
Oh, there goes Legend Magician. And there goes most of my life points. Can we draw playable cards? No? Okay.
You want to restart?
Have a turn. I mean, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, just I haven't got anything. I think more than anything, this is just a really shitty matchup as well. Like, Surging Wave Swordsman, like, hard counters this deck. Like, my deck is all about popping your monsters. We will use this here.
Ooh.
Protect a boy. Got my Darkness Paparazzi. Alright, let's go Graceful Charity. If we can find something here. Okay, we will get rid of this. Alright, we will start by normal summoning Celebro's Mage. We can activate the effect and grab back Fusion from the grave.
Ooh.
We will then normal summon out our Hollowed Light Sorcerer. So I can pay 300 life points, one face-up monster in your opponent's field loses attack equal to the number of face-up light attribute spellcast type monsters on your field times 300. So we will activate this effect. We will attempt to weaken it. We'll then tribute 2 and summon out Celebro's Magician. Alright, we'll flip summon up Darkness Paparazzi. We'll activate its effect. And we can shuffle 3 guys back into our deck with the same attribute. And then we can draw cards equal to the number of level 7 or higher monsters on my opponent's field, which will be 2. So we'll send these 3 back into deck. Draw 2 cards. We will activate Fusion. And I'll combine my 2 monsters together to summon out Gossip Magician.
Death charge.
Okay, we expected this. Next up, we will normal summon Hollowed Light Sorcerer. We'll activate the effect. And we will weaken, I guess, this again. Then we'll tribute to summon out Celebro's Witch. Activate Witch effect. Discard and bring back... I guess so. We will bring back Gossip Magician again. We will then activate to give it some protection. Go to battle. I guess we'll attempt to attack into this. And then we will get over this.
Yep.
And then we pass.
Well, that's Legend Strike.
Okay.
Get a Magician. Alvid.
Okay.
Or...
Oh, okay. Remora. Big Magorum. Or Big Bluefin.
No, not the other one. That the...
I don't like the 3 back row.
And
Okay, we're going to need something good here. I will activate Legend Strike. We will bring back Legend Magician. Use the effect to pop this. Then we will normal summon out Celebro Wiz. We can activate the effect, reveal another Wiz. Then we can add a card to our hand. So we will add Witch. Then we will tribute 2 and summon out Celebro's Magician. Followed by summoning out a second Wiz. Activate Wiz effect. Reveal Witch. Mill 4. We'll then tribute to summon out Witch. And then activate Fusion. But that ain't happening, so I guess it has to be this one. So I'll combine these 2 together to make this lovely lady. We'll activate the effect. discard and pop one of your guys. Then I can get an equip spell back, which I can then activate on her, go to battle, and then swing into this. And I am protected.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, trying to play around Mirror Force there, mate. Oh, was a toughie, but we got there in the end with 6 cards left in deck. Let's hope we can get a repeat of that in the next one.
Go first. That worked well for me last time.
Okay.
Yep. 1, 2. Blue to my hand.
Stop it.
End.
Okay. How do we want to approach? I guess we always do this first, right? We always Graceful Charity. Probably getting rid of this and this. Alright, we'll summon out Legend Magician. Fire off the effect. 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, sure, we'll send that. Then we'll summon out Legend Magician. We'll activate its effect. 1, 2, 3. And we will send that to grave. Then we'll summon out everyone's favourite Hallowed Life Sorcerer. Pay 300 life points to weaken your guy. Then we'll Tribute 2 to summon out Celebro's Magician. And we'll give her a stick. Go to battle and simply swing in.
Yep.
You do not have Mirror Force again in your open. I swear to God, Alex. I swear to God. I will pass my turn.
Oh boy. I mean, this isn't a terrible hand. No, we'll send you.
Okay.
Hydro. If I get you out, I'll have to crash. I'm gonna have to get this out.
The blue eyes. What? Someone's watched my deck profile. I am flattered.
Yeah, he was in the side. I did have Abyss Soldier.
How do I... This hand is really not great. How do I navigate this? We have a couple of plays. So we'll start with Charis Magic Elegant Change. We'll discard to draw 2. I guess I will do that. So I'll activate another Charis Magic Elegant Change. Discard to draw 2. We'll summon out Celebro's Wiz. We'll activate the effect. I will reveal to you that I have a second Hollowed Light Sorcerer.
Ooh.
Then I can add a card to my hand. So we'll add Witch. My Legend Trap is now in the graveyard as well. Making a return after 2 months. It's Magic Cylinder, but he's not going to be used because I have no way to get it back now. Reboot my Celebro's Witch to summon out... Oh, sorry. Reboot my Wiz to get out my Witch. I will then here activate Hollowed Life Sorcerer. Weaken this. Actually, I think that was a misplay, but that's fine. We'll then summon out Paparazzi. So I can shuffle 3 spellcasters back into my deck, which we're going to go ahead and do. And then I can draw 1 card. So I will be putting back you. I guess we'll also put back you. And sure, why not? Then we'll go ahead and activate our Fusion. And then we can show off our other new boss monsters that we got. Celebro's Gossip Witch. So I can destroy a spell trap card on the opponent's field. Then if I have a face-up spell card on my field, I can draw a card. Now, unfortunately, I don't have one of those. But I can just pop your back row. I knew it! I knew it!
All 3 games opened. Tuna.
It's okay, we played around it 2 games, so we managed
Tuna
to just not lose to it immediately, I suppose. I think here, I actually just think I have to do this. Behold the power of a second, which is, this is where I should have done the other one as well. We set battle, and this is unfortunately not a very strong board defensively. I could have made a better board here, but I just really wanted to use Witch.
Yeah, I can respect it.
And then we'll pass it. I mean, you saw all the tools I had, right? I could have used Witch effect to bring back Rose Magician, and then gone from there. Oh, brings back the blue eyes. Goodbye, Legend Strike.
Set.
Ooh, do you not have a way to clear my 2? Hallowed boys. Hallowed boys. This actually puts you in a weird predicament. If you can't clear all 3, is it worth killing a Hallowed Light over Gossip Witch? Gossip Witch will guarantee pop your back row, but Hallowed Light can reduce your attack by 1800. Interesting hand. How the heck do we want to navigate this? We will begin with Legend Strike. Pay the 300. And we're going to take back Celebro's Sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
We're then here going to go ahead and activate Hallowed Light. Weaken this. We'll then activate Hallowed Light. Weaken this. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Sorcerer Effect. Send all 3 to grave. And from the grave, we will attempt to bring back Gossip Witch again. And set my equip spell. My Charis Wand.
Yeah, I have to use this now, don't I?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we force that out. And we now have access to a Charis Wand. Where does this leave us now? We will summon out Celebro's Whiz. We'll activate the effect. So I reveal a card to you, so you can see that I have Braid Blade Reader in my hand. We mill 4, and then we take back Witch. Tribute to summon out Witch. Then we can activate Witch. Pitch to bring back... Okay, we'll bring back Celebro's Magician. We're then going to normal summon Mage. Activate Mage. Get back Fusion. Then we can do our Fusion play. Combine ours together. That has to summon in defense position. Does that matter? I don't think it does. Okay, yeah. So we'll combine these 2 into this. We will activate the wand. Activate to bring back... That does not matter. Just put this back. And then we go battle. And I think this is... lethal. Yeah, okay. Oh, I wasn't doing like any math at all. I literally was like, make number big, try.
I mean, you could have just Celebro's Magician.
Oh, yeah.
Her effect would have won you the game there as well.
Oh, because I could have sent the field spell, the equip spell, popped your guy, and then just got 28
I've got
plus
nothing.
15. Yeah. You're absolutely right. That's my main like flaw, I guess, when playing Rush, is I never look at life points and I never like do the math ahead of time, and that gets me punished so hard. Like I've lost so many games from like having lethal and just being like, yeah, but I can clear your whole board. This was actually a good one. After that game 1, I was a little bit like, this might be a quickie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in this one. I didn't get to play any other fusions.
Yeah, it's a shame, because I think the difference between your deck sticking a fusion and not sticking a fusion is night and day, right? Getting out the big guys, because the way I managed to beat you was that I was able to just get rid of your Kuni Tuna. And the reason I got rid of it was because it was relatively weak at 25. If you get out like a Kuni Tuna plus a fusion, which this deck is quite competent at doing, it becomes very, very, very sticky. So yeah, I'm sure, again, we will be seeing this deck again, right? I doubt this is going to be a one and done. So we will get to see what the fish deck can do a little bit later as well. As for my deck, I don't know. Did you think my new fusions were anything special? Like, I had one that was... It literally just pops a back row and has 2400 attack. I'm like, yeah, if you want to pop back row, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, that saves you from getting mirror forced.
Yeah, but again, this deck has ways to avoid that anyway, right? With the Charis Wand protecting me from destruction effects. And then the other one is just a big ball of attack, right? It's just this card gains attack equal to the number of equipped spells in your graveyard times 400. If you have a face-up spell card on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. So it's a big towers, right, effectively. You make a guy that can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be destroyed by battle, and just has a load of attack. But I'm like, that's a bit boring, in my opinion. Especially since the other two is like pop a monster, special summon cards from the graveyard. Like, they're more like interesting combo plays.
Mm.
Yeah, the celeb ones, or the gossip, Gossip Witch and Gossip Magician, I'm not a huge fan. Aesthetically, I think they're pretty cool, but other than that. But yeah, I was really worried because I mean, you've seen this deck, right? I have cards that pop your monsters, and I've got like Dark Revelation, and you literally have a guy that says Dark Revelation doesn't work, and I'm like, oh.
No.
I looked at my side deck and I was like, Dark Hole, that doesn't help. Torrential Tribute, that doesn't help. But yeah, at least we got to see games, right? Which is at least something.
Yeah.
So, GG, buddy.
GG.